Hello, my pickleball family. It is Keith Valentine, the Pickleball Pirate, and as promised, I am going to take you through one of my practice routines. Now, this routine that I'm about to show you, this can be used as a warm-up or an actual practice routine. Today, we're just going to do a warm-up routine. This is something you should do before every game. One of the biggest mistakes recreational players make is they do not warm up before they play. And this wastes a lot of games because by the time you get warmed up, you're 2 or 3 games in and you've really played crappily, and sometimes you just don't recover from the bad games you have played up to that point. So I do this routine every time I play. It's a 10 to 15 minute routine. We go through all the stations. I'll talk you through it. And, I just don't get out to play as much as some of these guys. I have 5 kids, a full-time job, and a wife that actually likes me. So I work around the time with my family. So I get my hall pass early in the morning. As you can see, it is not quite daylight here yet. And I'm going to be working on my practice stuff. And then I'm going to be going home and spending the rest of the day with the family. So enjoy.
We're talking about practice. Practice, not a game. Not a game. We're talking about practice. As Allen Iverson would say, yes, we are talking about practice. Here you go. So this is BJ Heller. He's warming up with me. Now, once again, this is a warm-up routine to get ready for a game. We're only going to be doing about a 15-minute warm-up. And the goal of this is just to go through every station in pickleball and just practice getting the ball over, getting used to the motion, bending the knees a little bit, making sure your feet are moving the way they should. Not trying to win points here, not trying to do anything special, just really getting in the motions and getting ready to play. So you'll notice I'm not hitting directly to him every time. I'm moving the ball down the line, left to right, but I'm not putting it out of reach. I'm not trying to beat him on this, but I am practicing on where I'm hitting. And, as I get a little bit more warmed up, I'll start bending my knees a little bit more. I'm 45. I've had a lot of knee surgeries, and so I'm a bit stiff anytime I start playing. So I start out just like it looks, kind of stiff, not trying to do anything special, going through the motions. And, it's always best to have your knees bent. This can also be a good quad workout for you. You can bend your knees. And then I'm moving over to the next station and starting to do cross-court dinks. And once again, I'm not trying to do anything special, but I am moving the ball. We're not trying to hit in the same exact spot every time. We're trying to hit forehands. We're trying to hit backhands. I'm trying to hit to his left side, his right side, and making sure that my footwork is appropriate, meaning that if he hits it deep, I'm stepping back. I'm trying to keep the ball in front of me, and I'm getting my body in the right position. And then also I'm working on watching the ball all the way to the paddle. A lot of times, like I'm a ping pong player, and a lot of times in ping pong you can't follow the ball and you just kind of put your hand where you know it's going to be. Well, in pickleball, it's really a great practice to watch the ball all the way in till it hits the paddle. And I'm also playing with different wrist motions and not really trying to, you shouldn't be breaking your wrists a whole lot, but I'm moving the paddle different. So I'm hitting a cut one time, I'm trying to hit some topspin on another one, really just getting used to getting the ball over and hitting spots. And so sometimes what I will do is just move it up and down the line to his forehand, to his backhand, and now we're moving over here to the forehand side. Same thing, same practice, right? Now you'll notice I'll open up my left side a little bit, so I'm actually standing more square towards the person I'm dinking with. So I'm not necessarily keeping my shoulders square with the net. I'm actually keeping my shoulders facing the person that I'm dinking with. So that way I'm in a better position for any kind of cross-court action. And notice I'm staying in the middle of the court. I'm not moving over to the right side. You want to practice staying in the middle of your side so you can move to the left or to the right appropriately as fast as possible to get to your next shot. And BJ started coming and hanging out with us. I started this group, about year and a half ago now of just people that want to come in early to get their practice in, and we do it 3 days a week to practice, practice, practice. That's what we do it for. Only way to get better is to keep hitting the shots. And in this little 15-minute routine, you will see that we get hundreds of shots in through the course of this, and we work through every station that you would be in pickleball, right? Both sides for the dinking, both 3 positions on the dinking, front side dink, cross court, backhand dink. And then we're going to work into third shots and then finish up with drives. And you see what I did there is that one of the things you do when you get more advanced in your warm-up routines is if somebody hits a wide ball, take advantage of it. Practice the shots. One of the things Kyle Yates says is that people that are practicing do not take advantage and set up game situations. So here, both positions here are more important, and I would argue that the position at the net is more valuable or as valuable as the person hitting the third shot, because my practice is keeping him back there, hitting all kinds of shots back there and making sure that I'm keeping it in bounds. So I'm trying to keep it low, I'm trying to hit top spin on it, cut spin on it, but not making him move a whole lot. I'm trying to be helping him warm up. But also notice that I was in the front position. Now I'm in the middle position for him, so he can practice hitting all 3 net positions from his forehand position in third shot. So I hope that makes sense, but we want to hit all 3 positions from the back. And now I'm moving over to the far side. So now I'm in my forehand position. This is the farthest shot to hit. I don't recommend you hitting this shot all the time. Middle is the safest, and if you're going to spend any time practicing more than the others, practice hitting to that middle tee spot, because that's going to make your opponents argue over whose shot it is, potentially confuse them. But the whole goal on this is to keep him back and keep him working. Like, I'm trying to get him consistent. When BJ started doing this, he could not hit 5 shots in a row. He could barely get 2 shots in a row. And if you see what he's doing here, he's hitting 5, 10, 11 shots in a row, bouncing them beautifully over the net in a perfect position. So then we just go about a minute in that station, then I back up and it's my turn. And I'm going to do the exact same routine. I'm going to hit to the first position, the position directly in front of me, the shortest position for you to hit third shot when you're on the forehand side. And then I'm going to hit enough over there, and then I'm going to tell him, hey, why don't you move to the middle? And I just kind of move him over myself, and you'll see him move over to the tees when I move him over there. And then I practice hitting to the middle. And the whole point of this is to be consistent, get your feet in the appropriate position, always hitting the ball out in front of you, and making sure you're trying to get the ball over. Now remember, I'm not missing these short. I'm getting him over. Even if I hit it where he can hit it out of the air, you see he can't do a whole lot with it, but I at least have a chance to defend. If I hit it into the net, I got no chance. I can't get the ball over like that short one there. You got to get the ball over the net, folks, so make sure you put enough air under it. Don't be concerned with how high it goes. Just get it over so you have a chance to get up to the net. And when you get more advanced in these drills, we do something, called approach or getting up to the net. So we hit this shot and get up to the line as fast as possible and then back up and do it again. So now I'm moving him over to the wide position, and no matter where he hits it, I'm trying to get up to it, keep the ball in front of me, and hit a nice, decent third shot so I can practice, and get enough repetition to make me comfortable to play my first game. So I'm doing this so I don't have to warm up during my game, and this is a huge mistake. And I'll be posting some games later that I broke my own rule. Nobody wanted to practice with me, they just wanted me to play. So I jumped right in and started playing, and I actually played really horribly last night when I was up there, and I'll be posting those games. So now we're going to the backhand side. I'm going to start at the closest position for him. He's going to start, and we're going to do the exact same routine on the backhand side for both of us. So I'm going to pause right here. I'm going to speed it up. You guys know the drill right now, and then I'll pause it on the last warm-up that we will do. Okay, the last thing we're going to do here is we're just going to hit some drives. Full swings, not trying to crush the ball, just getting through the full motion, making sure my body's in the right balance, getting my foot, my weight on the front foot so I'm following through, making sure I'm coiling up, making sure I'm following all the way through. That's the goal. This is just a warm-up to get you in the mode to where you can play your first game. So hope you guys enjoyed it. This is one of the routines I do. Now, one of the ways you can change this is you basically spend 5 minutes at each station, and this is about a 35-minute workout. You really work on squats, making sure your legs are bent, your knees are bent, and your weight is transferring, and you turn this into a good 35-minute practice routine, and you don't play any games. It is just for practice. Thanks for watching, guys. Hope you enjoyed. See you next time on the channel. Don't forget to subscribe.